Hi guys, it's Ben Heath from Lead Guru, and in this video I'm going to talk about Facebook ad frequency. Before I get into that, I need to quickly explain the background. This is obviously not the usual setting that you'll see me in when I'm recording my videos. I'm actually in Calgary, Canada for the next couple of months. I figured I'm a digital marketer, I can work from wherever in the world, so why not get out and see it? What that does mean is because I'm not in London, I don't have all my equipment, so videos will look a little bit different for the next couple of months. Okay, so with that said, let's get into it. Let's get into Facebook ad frequency. So ad frequency is basically a number that shows you how many times on average people within your target audience have seen your ad. So let's say you've got an ad frequency of 5. That means that on average, people within your target audience, within the options that you've selected that you want to advertise to, have seen your ad 5 times. So why is this a number that you might want to pay attention to? You might want to make some adjustments if that number's too high. Well, before I get into that, first thing I'll say is if your campaign is continuing to deliver great results, if you're generating a really good cost per lead, if you're generating a good cost per sale, then don't even bother worrying about ad frequency. It's not something you need to concern yourself with. But if you have seen results start to drop off, let's say you were generating a great cost per conversion and recently results are starting to drop off, one of the reasons could be that your ad frequency is getting too high and ad fatigue is starting to set in. So what I would say is an ad frequency of anything above about a 2, maybe a 2.5, is when we usually start to see results drop off, particularly to cold audiences. And that's simply because by that point, if the average person within your target audience has seen your ad twice, that probably means that most people that are going to go ahead and inquire and become a lead or go ahead and make a purchase, they've seen the ad and they've either already done so, they've already taken the desired action, or they're just not interested and they're not going to be. So once ad frequency hits around about the 2.5 mark, that's usually where we look to make some adjustments. And there's a bunch of different adjustments that you can make. So obviously one often simple way, if you think that the offer's really good and the targeting's really good, is to change your ad creative. So perhaps you could record a different video, you could really change up the imagery, you could change obviously the headline, things like that, to try and keep things fresh and make sure that people don't automatically switch off because they go, oh, I've seen that ad before, and they scroll on to something else. That's one way, changing up your ad creative, of really sort of overcoming high ad frequency issues. Another option is obviously to change the targeting. So let's say you've got an offer that works really great, you want to keep advertising it, but the people that you're advertising it to, they've already seen it. So you could try advertising to different audiences. And then of course the other option, if you've got a really solid targeting, is perhaps you could offer them something else. You could advertise a different service that you offer, or a different product, or something along those lines, because you really want to keep advertising to that same group. So those are 3 options that if you are seeing results drop off and your ad frequency numbers getting above that 2.5 mark, that you may want to make some adjustments. Now what I will say on ad frequency is that if you're advertising to warm audiences, let's say you're retargeting website visitors or previous customers or something like that, maybe your email list, those audiences are often going to be much smaller than cold audiences, and the smaller the audience, the quicker your ad frequency numbers will increase and get to that sort of level where you might start to see a drop off in results. So if you're advertising, let's say your website visitors or your email list, and you've got an ad frequency of 2.5, thinking you need to make changes, don't worry about it for those warm, smaller custom audiences. With those, you can go much, much higher. There's not really a number at which you might need to make adjustments. You just have to gauge it. You can keep running ads to those people until maybe you hit frequencies of 9, 10, even as high as maybe 15. I've seen a campaign still producing great results when it's targeting really warm audiences at 15 ad frequency. So I will say that, with those warm audiences, keep things going a little bit longer and just play it by ear, see how the results go. And then of course, if you're a local-based business, again, if you're a local-based business, particularly if you're very, very local, like something like a dentist, where perhaps your target market is just 5 miles from within your location, then again, you're going to hit ad frequency issues a lot earlier. You may need to make some adjustments. You may also be able to run ads a little bit longer because of those small audiences. So that's Facebook ad frequency, really, really simple. If you do start to see a drop off in results, make sure you check it out, really important metric. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment below, hit the thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.